This video is going to be very different. In the beginning, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to show in this video here, and that's some of all the hard work that goes into making a level 3 match. I, of course, only play a small part of that. I work as the quartermaster during the pre-match, and then I shoot main match. I also help build some of the stages, but there was a lot of people that put in a lot of hours. And I think that's very important to show, especially because we just had the disaster in Copenhagen, and this match here is the perfect contrast to what went on in there. And remember, it's only like 40 minutes away from here. All the people that showed up to this match could very easily show up in Copenhagen if they wanted to, and that's the biggest problem. So this video here for me will show a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes at Rooster Mountain, and then I will also talk a little bit about all the aftermath that's been from the Viking video, because look, I'm only a dumb shooter that has an opinion. That's it. I have absolutely no power to change anything, but I seem to have become some kind of hub for everybody to tell me what's going on. I'm not gonna share like everything, but I will share some of the stuff. And well, let's just see a little bit about my work at Rooster, and I will then cut and talk a little bit. It's not gonna be the longest video. I just wanna like mix it up a little bit, and this will also be my final thoughts on the Viking matter, except if something big happens. We'll see. On to the video. The charm of building, yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but it's raining quite a lot. But yeah, getting ready to Rooster. All the stages here. This wall has moved, so you could see more than you're supposed to. So we're gonna move that wall. You're supposed to shoot that target from here. So small little details. That's what it's all about. Small details here and there. And building in the rain. That's how it is. It is a lot of work building a match. I know, because I'm here. Okay? You don't see me doing this normally. Normally I just shoot, have fun, but I do actually put in work as well.
Bang.
They actually start building this match 2 weeks before, and this year, because we had so many helpers and they found newer and faster techniques of building, you can see them sitting here and drilling into the ground. These spikes were actually pretty good some places, not everywhere, but again, every time we try to improve, make things better, faster, it is very challenging to build something that lasts for 500 shooters over 4 days. We try every single year to do it as good as we can and try and prevent stuff from breaking, but it's so damn hard. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. The car is packed and I'm leaving for a match, but I'm not gonna be shooting it quite yet. I'm gonna be working at the pre-match the next 2 days as a quartermaster. So my hopes with this video is I can show a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes of some of these bigger matches and why I sometimes criticize matches for something. It can be small things and whatever. Maybe I can hopefully show how I am at a match, and when I'm working at a match, how I deal with stuff. So that is my goal with this video here. Before I leave for this match, because I am actually in a little bit of a hurry, let's have a little conversation about what happened after the last video I uploaded about Viking Extreme, because it was a complete disaster, no doubt about it. But oh my God, there were so many responses on that video in Denmark. I got absolutely bombarded with messages and phone calls and everything. I just got contacted by people from left, right, and center here in Denmark. And well, I'm happy that I sparked the conversation, because it's something that needed to happen for sure. It's been a problem for years. I've talked to people that was in IPSC long before I got there. And they were like, well, it was basically like that before you got here as well. So something needs to happen. And I know people are working on stuff. Also with Copenhagen, a lot of people are looking at that range now, very hungry and looking at doing matches in the future. But what happened, I'm not gonna go into all the details now. This video is not about that. But what happened is one of my friends uploaded my video or linked the video in our Danish IPSC official group, and it got taken down, of course. They're very sensitive about stuff that we post in that group, and the message that I got was, I'm not allowed to criticize specific people or specific events. Like, what? Okay, so basically I can't say anything. So what happened is I made my own little group, and I'm gonna be using that in the future for everything IPSC related here in Denmark. But they complained about the name because they were so close. So I'm gonna be changing the name of the group, but I'm gonna be keeping it. And my goal with the group is open, honest conversation, and also a place where shooters that might want to come to Denmark or Sweden, they can come and ask questions. If you need anything, ammo, match ammo, we can definitely get you that. Maybe need to borrow a gun, need directions to hotels, whatever it is, you can join that group. I do need to change the name, and I haven't quite picked the name yet. So I will put it up on the screen here when I decide what it is.
Hi.
So this is how it actually looks when you care about the people working at your match. You rent a big cooling trailer, you fill it with soda and water and food and snacks, and here's for later. Just a little. So I was one of the guys that ran around and checked all the stages to see if I could find any errors or something that needed to be changed before the match actually started. Right now, it's about half an hour before the match actually starts, so that's why we need to change this right now. These out of target, it actually broke 90-90, so that's why we're moving all the targets so we don't have a reshoot or anything later on this day. So of course it started to rain, but it was only like 10 minutes, so it's no problem. It actually was very good weather during the pre-match. Main match, we'll come to that later. What we're doing here is we are just picking up all the walls because it is an active shooting range. And right now we are on the 300-meter rifle range. So it's been used right up until the day that we shoot pre-match. Now we're just lifting everything up so people can start shooting the pre-match. So while we do that, let's just continue talking a bit about Viking, because that's basically why I wanted to make this video here, to see all the people that show up and help this match. It's actually kind of crazy. I will put up a picture later on where you can see all the people that work at this match. And I will also show how many people that worked at Viking, and the contrast is absolutely mind-boggling. But what happened is, when I posted that video, my phone blew up, and I mean that. I literally didn't have 5 minutes without my phone going off that very day. And I do appreciate all the messages and all the comments, and I really like that stuff. But I don't have anything to do. I can't do anything. I can only just talk. But a lot of people that can do stuff has actually contacted me, and I've gotten so much information about people willing to do stuff. What that is and what's gonna happen in the future, we will not know until the future. It's not something that's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna take months and months of work. But I've been told that people are willing to put in that work now. I don't know if it's because of me, but I think I kind of kick-started something that needed to start, and people were ready to start it anyway. So I'm not gonna take credit for that at all. I'm just happy that something, hopefully in the future, will happen. Now, I've gotten a lot of support and messages from people that I actually didn't really know felt that way. So that's very positive. And again, I haven't really gotten any negative comments, and there haven't been any negative consequences for me talking, except from some people online that just want to keep everything under a lid. And it's absolutely ridiculous, because it's actually some of the people that could do something about the real problem, instead of just taking care of people talking about the problem. It's absolutely insane to me that you can even have that thought in your mind. Like, fix the problem. Don't fix the guy that talks about the problem. What the hell? That is, that's frustrating. That I gotta say is frustrating. The people that do that, I'm sorry, but you are losing a shit ton of support out there, and you're creating a lot of enemies. And that's not just my words. And again, I'm just a messenger. I have talked to a lot of people, and they're not happy about what's going on, because they also see a problem, and that's not me. So here I am, just cleaning up after day one. And I think that's enough. We don't have to see me again working for a whole nother day. I think I've proven my point. Now, what you don't really see in this video here is the late night talking and just sitting around having good food and good beer with people, because that to me is something that Rooster Mountain is very good at. And it makes this match here, for me at least, very special. It kind of feels like it has its own little soul. It may sound a little corny, but to me it just has something special. It's not just a match where you show up and shoot good stages. It just have a certain vibe, and that's all thanks to the guy that is the face of Rooster, in my opinion, and that is Klaus Heineberg. He does a very awesome job. Of course, Learfeld is in the background doing all the paper stuff, and so these two guys, they really put in a lot of work. And then there's all of us, just the helpers, showing up and doing what we get told. So I think we really have to appreciate how much effort that really goes into this match here. We don't know yet if it's gonna be there next year. I do hope so, but we will have to see what happens. Now, the next video is gonna come up hopefully tomorrow, maybe the day after, where I actually shoot this match here. That's gonna be an experience, because the weather was definitely not with us.